Okay. So, guys, I am here with Mr. Zach today. Super excited to speak with him. We've been going back and forth, like a couple months, trying to find a time when we're
Yeah.
both available, busy schedules. Zach is a student of Closer Cartel, obviously, and is absolutely crushing it. Crazy close rate, making really good money. And it's been a while since we did one of these. So I want to speak with you guys and give you an opportunity to look into the life of someone that's actually doing this and not this like creative marketing that everyone likes to use, but an actual interview with a real closer. So welcome, bro.
Thanks, man. Happy to be here, man. It's been a couple months, so I'm excited to get this going.
It has. Where are you based out of?
Right now, I'm in California, so like up in Lake Tahoe, like right near the border of California and Nevada.
Very nice. So let's start off. Just give everybody that's going to watch this a little bit of background info on yourself. Like who is Zach?
Yeah, man. So I grew up in the Bay Area, so like I don't know, hour outside San Francisco. Basically my whole ever since I was like 11, 12 years old, I always knew that we'll say like the normal corporate route wasn't going to be for me. I didn't know what that was going to look like once I got out of high school. So yeah, I actually did end up going away to school. I just went to a state school in California because I wanted to I don't know. I wanted to party and whatnot. But when I was away at school, I started up a agency. So like Facebook ads agency, pretty typical, like, standard starting
Same.
point. I ended up doing pretty well with that. I was doing like 10, 15K a month with the agency, but it got to a certain point. I just absolutely hated on fulfilling on my offer. Like I hated running ads and everything. And I love taking sales calls. So I actually had a client of mine who told me, very honest. I really appreciate, shout out to Mike if he's watching this. But yeah, he told me basically like, hey, dude, like you're really good at sales, like you're really good at closing these deals, but like your fulfillment is fucking terrible. Like it sucks. And so I was like, all right, that kind of goes along with how I feel about it too. So
Yeah.
decided to leave the agency behind, go all in on sales. And yeah, basically stopped running my agency, bought Closer Cartel. I think it was like June or July 2021. So a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah, from there just got into sales. I started off going B2B because that was like I had been selling marketing services before, so I was comfortable with that. My first three offers didn't I wasn't making a ton of commissions, but I got great experience just in terms of like selling to, I guess, harder buyers. Like the first agency I was selling for, we were selling to pressure washing businesses. So definitely a
Very
harder sell.
skeptical kind of people.
Exactly. Yeah. More that blue collar type where they need all the evidence up front. They need guarantees. They need all that. So I kind of was doing sales on hard mode, I guess, for the first year and a half. After that first offer, I got into like an e-com marketing agency. That was probably the best experience I could have ever had. It was like full end-to-end sales. So I was cold calling people, setting up my own appointments, and then closing them on, $10,000 to $15,000 a month deals. That ended up, we had some problems in terms of like retention with the clients. So I ended up not getting paid for my last like 2 months calling on that offer, which was like, obviously that kind of pissed me off. So
Yeah.
went out, found a new offer in the coaching sphere. So yeah, that's the offer I'm on now. And it's been like, after going through my couple like B2B agency offers, B2C has been just a complete breeze. Like,
Yeah, I tell you guys, everyone doesn't want to listen to me, but I tell you guys, it's literally like taking candy from children. It's so easy.
it's like, I mean, for some context there, my close rate across the B2B offers was like, ranging in between like 35 to 55%, depending on the offer. Now I'm on this B2C offer. I've been here for almost a month now, and my close rate total is like 80. I can just pull up the actual number. It is 83% or
Wow.
82.95%.
That's good. That's very good.
Oh, it's been great. So that kind of takes me to here.
That's sick, bro. I mean, well, you just did an amazing job explaining that whole thing. Let's start with like you said joining Closer Cartel was what you got you into this kind of. And we had the same thing. I did the agency and then I was like, this sucks, and then I did sales. You joined in 20. I didn't know you joined in 2021. I thought it was sooner than that. Or yeah, sooner, but that's a while ago, bro. That's a long while ago. What
Yeah.
that must have been when we first started it, right?
I think I was like one of the first people after like the beta testing phase.
That's crazy. Well, credit to you for taking a leap before we had a established company like we do now. That's crazy. What made you get in? And I'm curious, like, what was like, oh, I gotta do this.
So I knew I wanted to get into sales, and there's obviously a lot of, coaching programs out there,
Mhm.
but I really resonated with your story because you had the same beginning that I did in terms of starting the marketing agency, getting into sales. I saw some of the numbers that you were putting up, like, 30K a month in commissions. It's like, damn, like that's what I want. You
Mhm.
were of a similar age to me, and I felt, um, I don't know, man. We had talked a little bit back and forth on Twitter, and I mean, it just felt like Closer Cartel was the right fit compared to some of these other courses out there that have, I guess, we'll say older people running them.
Mhm.
I just felt like I connected with you more, your story, and I felt like since you had that similar experience, you were going to be able to teach me better than anybody else. So, and definitely my investment paid off.
Yeah, I would say so. How much you don't have to say this if you don't want to. How much have you made since you got in, you think? Like from 2021 to now?
Oh man, 2021 to now, I mean, pretty easily multiple six figures. If I add, I could give you a number if I like really added it all up, but at least, we'll say 200K plus in the
That's
2 years.
fire. And you paid what, like probably 2 grand for Closer
Yeah,
Cartel then?
two grand. Yeah. I
So a
remember
hundred.
dude, I remember on the call with, I think it was Ace at the time. I'm not sure if he's still on your team, but, just like a phone call, I'm like walking around my apartment complex. I'm like, bro, like, I just want to buy this. Like, I don't even need you to sell me. Like, I'm ready to go.
Oh
But yeah,
man.
I think it was 2K at the time.
So $2,000 investment netted you 200K, we'll call it, just for a safe number.
So
That's
far.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
so far. That's crazy, bro. So okay, let's get into present day. So you're closing like 80 something percent on this offer. You don't get to say like who the offer is, obviously, but like what kind of coaching offer is it?
It's basically like a biz op offer. So we're helping to not get into too many details. We're helping either people who are trying to like open up an e-com store. We're helping them either start their e-com store or basically optimize their current e-com store just to start getting more sales.
Solid. Yeah, there's a lot of those. I sold an ecom offer. That's what I got good on, was a really difficult sell kind of ecom offer. You're closing 80%. What are you making a month on this offer right now?
This month, because I only started like 20 days ago. So I guess
Oh, so it's hard to
from
tell then.
yeah, but like on track, I'm on track to do between like, I mean, man, if I keep up with my rate, if I leave like my 2 week ramp up period behind and just focus on this month,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm closing at 93% this month. So on track for, yeah, 20 to 25K, kind of depending on how the next 3 weeks
Let's
go.
go. That's sick, bro. That's like that top 1% that a lot of closers never reach. What's way higher than your corporate guys. It's way higher than your enterprise people. And then in the world of our world, that's like the top 1%. That's fire.
Yeah, man, it's
Congratulations, bro. That is sick.
thanks, man. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's funny to talk to because I have a bunch of buddies from my hometown who they graduate from school, they go into sales, and the funny thing is, I'm already like 2 3 years ahead of them.
Yeah.
And then just like out of curiosity, I'm like, man, like how much do you pull in from that a month? And I'm like honestly kind of because I never got into the corporate world, so I'm shocked that it's as low as it is. Like
Yeah.
talking like fifth of what I'm making on like a monthly basis. It's just honestly, it's just surprising. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I don't
why
know.
I tell
It's a
everyone about this high ticket sales thing. And then some people have like there's like a scammy connotation with it for whatever reason. And I'm like, bro, like, okay, cool. Even if you go to school for 4 years, you go get a job at like Chase or Deloitte or IBM or SAS or something, you're gonna make like 4 or 5 grand a month working like crazy hours in a corporate environment with fluorescent light and just like hating your life. Is that worth 5 grand a year? And it's because those companies don't give a fuck about you. It's just like, okay, whatever. Like we just need salespeople. Someone's going to do it. So we're going to pay you this much. And that's how they look at it. Opposed to like the world we're in where if you keep crushing it for your company like you are, they'll probably want you to stay on in some capacity bigger than a closer eventually, you know? and then you're in big money. So what's next for you? You think you're going to obviously do this for a little while, and then what?
Uh, man, the plan when I was like 20, when I started up my agency, I kind of built out like a 15-year plan. And ultimately, by the time I'm 35, so yeah, like 12 years from now, I mean, I want to kind of package up my experience as a closer because I'm, yeah, I'm closing deals, but like also helping because I have experience running my own business, helping other businesses kind of, fix their systems, optimize everything, which is funny because I learned all of that from Closer Cartel, and from my own experience too. But ultimately, I want to kind of transition into more of a role where I'm either like managing and training sales teams on specific offers, optimizing sales processes and operations. I'm not really sure what to call it, but ultimately I want to, go into a route where I'm more working with 3 to 4 companies at a time, getting more of like a rev share deal because I'm basically helping them scale up a bunch. And then ultimately I want to turn that into like some sort agency is not really the right word, like I don't know, like a growth firm, if that makes sense.
I know exactly what you're saying. There might be potential for us to do that with Closify once we get we're going to be managing on the back end, like the big clients that come through. Like I'm talking to a guy now that'll probably do like $3 million on his launch, and we would get a percentage of that. So you and a couple other guys, we could easily, we can talk about that off camera, but that just goes to show everybody listening to this, like sales is a great starting point, but it's not like just a starting point. Like it evolves so fast into really, really, really big money and really, really, really big upside, which is the beautiful part. It's the best skill set I think you could have. Let's go back a little bit. What would you tell people that are listening to this? Because I always think of this from like a viewer perspective. What would you tell them about this sales industry? And like everyone and their mom is selling a high ticket sales program now. Like I see ads every day from kids that have never even sold before. They're just, trying to make a quick buck. What would you tell them about this industry from a real level, like that you've been in it?
So things that I would have wanted to know before kind of getting into it is that, first of all, in order for like the perfect, I guess we'll say the formula for making, 10,000 plus a month. Number one, it's going to be a combination of your skill level as well as the offer. So it's really important to get into a good offer. And really that was made extremely easy through Closer Cartel because there's opportunities sent in like every single day. So yeah, I would say number one, you want to make sure you're on a good offer that is, I guess, reputable. Like my kind of benchmarks there is, we'll say, typically I won't go anywhere that they're not doing already like 100K a month at a decent close rate. That would be really my main thing to tell beginners is make sure you vet the offers that you're getting on, because there's a lot of people out there who will put, like on track earnings are 8 to 12,000 a month. And then you get into the offer and you're really only making like 4 or 5 grand a month, even if you're performing at the clip that like you're performing at KPI. So definitely make sure you vet your offers. The other piece of that I was saying, so it's offer and your skill set. You need to be skilled. Like you can't just,
you have to be.
Yeah, you can't just go in you can't go in blind and expect to make 8 to, even like 6 grand plus a month. Like you have to kind of put in the work in order to build your skill set. Like for me personally, I did like, 15, 20 hours of mock calls before I got on my first offer. I had no experience, but I got hired as a closer and then ended up doing pretty well. But I mean, you got to put the work in. It's not like like you're saying, because I see ads for other sales programs too, and they make it out to be like this almost get rich quick thing. Like hop on an offer, like we'll place you on an offer and you'll start making, 20 grand a month. Like that's not how it is. You do need to put in the work up front. But if you do have the right training, the right offer, then man, honestly, like the amount of money you can make is really limitless.
I agree 100%. Yeah, it's not get rich quick. It's hard, but it's the best thing to actually put time into and do a hard thing. It's the most rewarding. What would you say on the second hand of that? I like to wrap all these interviews up with this question, because there's no better example of a program, especially a coaching program. Courses kind of have this weird connotation now, than its students and its result people. You know what I mean? So what would you tell someone that is maybe thinking about getting into Closer Cartel and they're like on the fence and they're like, I don't know. I see all these programs and I see people saying start an agency and there's a lot of noise. Like, what would you tell to that person?
I would tell that person, first of all, like, I mean, just like based on my results, based on some of the other results from other guys that have been in there since, 2021, like, man, I have like a 200x return on my investment
That's
just from,
crazy.
yeah, so far. Right. And so like projecting that out over the next couple years, it'll be, 500 to 1,000x return on my investment. So getting the skills is absolutely necessary. And really what you're paying up front to get those skills is nothing compared to the amount of money that you can make in this vehicle. The other thing I would say is that it's like you just said, sales is by far the most valuable skill within within a company.
Yeah.
So for me personally, like, if you're a good sales rep, like on this offer that I'm on, I mean, I'm closing 93% after my ramp up period. Like the offer owner will literally, she'll never get rid of me. Like
Yeah.
I'll be in this offer until like I want to go move on and do something else. Shit, even if I move on and do something else and it doesn't work out, I am almost 100% sure I could just call her up and get right back in the offer, go right
Yeah.
back to making 20, 25K a month. So it's, as much as it might feel like a risk, it's really one of the safer bets that you can take. And another thing that I think is really important is that like sales is the most expensive hire to get wrong. It's also the most profitable hire to get right. So
Facts.
you can put yourself in that position where you're helping a business generate profit, helping them grow month over month. You become irreplaceable. Other people like, say agency, right? People hire and fire agencies all the time, even if they're performing. So you still face risk in a bunch of other, we'll say business models or other vehicles. With sales, I mean, it's about as sure of a bet as you can make in this online business industry.
I agree. And that's how I look at it as well. You just got to be good. It's like perform or get out. Like if you don't want to perform, then you shouldn't really be in business in the first place. And that would be a big sign to you to maybe I'm in the wrong thing. But if you want to get into this and you think you can handle it, I think this is the best bet. Bro, you got any final words you wanna give to the people? I'm very, very impressed with you, very, very proud of you. Crazy results. And for real, as Closify scales, I think there's a big opportunity for us to work together. But we can talk about that offline. What do you want to say to the people? Final parting words.
Yeah, man. First of all, I just want to say thanks for giving me the opportunity to interview with you. And shit, man, like thanks for bringing me into Closer Cartel. Thanks for putting that
Course,
program
bro.
out. Like genuinely, it has changed my life. I would just say, if anybody's on the fence, like you can do it. Like anybody can make this work for them. All you need is the right skills and the right offer, which like Closer Cartel does show you how to get both of those things. So I think final words, like if you're on the fence, go for it. It's 100% worth it. Like really, what do you have to lose is kind of my whole thing there. But yeah, man, I don't know. I guess that's kind of my final words. Yeah, just want to again thank you for giving me the time for this interview and putting out some great content, man. Like
Of course,
meaning
bro.
it's definitely it's definitely changed my life. So I
Thank you,
know it's
bro.
changed a lot of other people's, and I know it'll change a lot more. So yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Where can people find you? Do you tweet about sales or post about sales or anything?
Yeah, I just made a Twitter account like a month ago. So let me
Yeah, drop the at. We'll give you some free clout.
I gotta get my username. All right, my username on Twitter is underscore Isaac Robinson. So ISAAC ROBINSON.
Fire. Everybody go follow the man. Killing it, bro. 93%. Woo, that's crazy. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Zach, thank you for coming on, brother. And guys, I hope you like this. If you're interested in joining, click that link, book a call, and we'll chat with you guys. So have a good day.